And welcome to the 2019 F1 Spanish Grand Prix race day review. Yesterday, on my review video of the qualifying, you can check that out on my channel. I was saying to myself, and I was saying to you guys, whoever was listening, there's no way that Lewis Hamilton is going to win this Grand Prix. I was going on and talking about it doesn't matter what he does. It doesn't matter if he's got a rocket ship stuck up his arse, or he's had 20 boiled eggs and 30 energy drinks, and he's had probably about 15 to 20 hours sleep. He's still not going to win the Grand Prix. But he must have prayed last night. He must have prayed to the gods. He must have done some serious praying, because today wasn't the Hamilton what came out yesterday. No way. Today, the car looked right. He looked focused. He dedicated this race to some guy on Twitter, some kid who's got like some sort of cancer or something, I'm not sure. But he dedicated to some kid on Twitter. That was very nice of him, which he done. He spoke after the race about it. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. He had the perfect race, the perfect start, and his car looked amazing, just like it did in Australia, no, in China. Toto must have been on the blower. Toto must have been on the phone last night and said, right, to the engineers at Brackley, you get your guy. He must have sent a private jet over to England to pick up the engineers to do a night shift on that car, because Lewis Hamilton's car came out swinging. He had the brilliant start, one of the best starts I've ever seen in the last 10 years in Formula One. What a start he had. He beat Bottas to the start by 2 inches nearly. He was in second place, lights out the way we go. As soon as the lights went out, he jumped Bottas straight away. He had the perfect start. And I've got a hats off to Lewis Hamilton. I thought Bottas had the race. I thought he was going to win the race, especially on the performance Bottas had yesterday in his qualifying. What an amazing qualifying from Valtteri Bottas. I thought Hamilton, there was no way that Hamilton was going to win today. And he did. And for all you haters out there, there's a lot of haters of Lewis Hamilton. That's just the way it is. He's a very divisive character, which is nothing wrong with that. It'd be boring if everybody liked the same driver. It's good to have an opinion. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. But there was a lot of nasty comments on social media yesterday talking about Hamilton and saying that he's finished, he's no good, he's a cheat, he shouldn't be in F1. Saying, oh, he's only the fastest because he's got the fastest car. Well, duh! But like I said, it's not always the fact. Vettel had the fastest car last year, but he didn't win the Grand Prix, did he? Mistake after mistake after mistake. Sometimes the better driver does win the Grand Prix. So you're trying to say if Pierre Gasly was in a Mercedes now, or Lando Norris was in a Mercedes now, he'd win the championship. Not always. Sometimes you need the skill and the patience and the mental attitude. And Lewis Hamilton has got that mental attitude. He's very strong in his head, as Rosberg would tell you. Everybody's talking about, is it going to be a Rosberg versus Hamilton? I said yesterday, I don't know. Is it going to be a Rosberg and Hamilton like there is with Rosberg and Bottas? I don't know. None of us know. In my opinion, I'm not sure if Bottas has got that kind of personality. He seems like he's a nice guy. Too nice. Today they went wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Bottas. Hamilton and Bottas went wheel to wheel at the beginning, down the first straight, as soon as it went off. As soon as the lights out of the way we go, Hamilton went wheel to wheel, and Bottas kind of pulled out. That's what it looked like to me. So, would have Rosberg pulled out? Hamilton said he wasn't going to pull out, especially after Baku. Hamilton said, there's no way I'm going to pull out of this ever again. He pulled out in Baku twice. In that first corner and the second corner, he pulled out and let Bottas go through. But like he said at the end of that Baku, he said, I'm not going to pull out again. And today, he got the best start. He got to the corner first, had a nice little wheel to wheel. He was ahead from the beginning. As soon as Hamilton went past that first straight, the first turn, it was over. And Bottas admitted it himself. He said on an interview, straight after the race, he said at the interview, he says, soon as Hamilton passed that first corner, it was over. But I'm getting idiots on social media saying, oh, Hamilton's got to retire. Hamilton's not, he's lost it. He's got to pave the way for a young generation. That's what they're saying. All the Hamilton haters, listen, come on. This is what I saw on YouTube yesterday and Twitter. The haters, you know what I mean? It just makes me laugh. It makes me laugh the way these Ferrari fans, they still must think that Schumacher's still there. Let it go. Let it go. Mercedes are the greatest team in F1 at the moment. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. You just got to learn to love it. That's just the way it is. Hamilton's the greatest driver around today. Second driver to me, the second best driver for me is still Vettel. A lot of people are going to say Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen. They're probably going to throw Bottas in there because he's won 3 races this year and got 3 poles in a row. But people are actually throwing Bottas in there. Bottas is not even in the conversation. The best driver around today is Hamilton and second Vettel, in my opinion. Vettel, I know, is going through a bit of a bad patch at the moment, but I still think Ferrari's going to come back. I still think they are. But at the moment, and for the past 8 years, Mercedes have been the dominant team. And if you don't like it, that's just the way it is. It's the truth. And on my channel, I'll give you the truth. And that's it. I'm not going to say, Mercedes are not the best team. If I was a Ferrari fan, right, I'm not going to say Ferrari are the best and I know they're not. You got to be honest. And there's a lot of reviewers out there that stand on the big pedestal because they've got a big platform. And they'll stand here and they'll say, nah, Ferrari's still got the best team. Ferrari's still got the fastest car. But they haven't. You have to be fair. If you're going to be a reviewer, if you're going to review something, and you're going to have a YouTube channel, and then you're going to put your points out there, you have to be fair. You have to be. Like yesterday, I thought, look, I'm a Hamilton fan, and I'm a Mercedes fan. But after yesterday's performance from Lewis Hamilton, I thought, no way. There's no way he's going to win. I think Bottas is going to win. Bottas had the better car. Bottas is going to win the race today. I could have easily said, nah, Hamilton couldn't have done it because of this, that. But no, fair is fair. Bottas performed yesterday and he deserved the pole. But today, it's a different day. Yesterday was Bottas's day. Today is Hamilton's day. And today, Hamilton is leading the championship by, I think, about 8 or 9 points. He had the blistering start. Blistering. Well deserved. I'm telling you now, them engineers must have been working on that car all night. All night. They called them from England, Brackley, had the night shift. They was working on that car all night. Because yesterday's qualifying, Hamilton's car wasn't winning nothing. But today, completely different car. He had the grip. He had the speed. The cornering. Everything looked fine. Pit strategy was perfect. Safety car saved him today as well. Oh, he didn't really save him, but it helped him out. But, you know, that's just the way it is. Honest opinion on my channel, Solo P1. Honest. Now I got a few notes here. I'm going to go through it all. How it went. Spanish Grand Prix started. Lights out and away we go, like we get every week. Hamilton gets the best start. One of the best starts I've ever seen in the past 10 years. Absolutely amazing. Gets the best start. Vettel. See, Vettel is what I call the lock-up man. I think in 2018 and 2017, to be fair, to be honest, I think Vettel had more lock-ups than anybody in the history of Formula 1. That guy's foot is too heavy-footed on the gas. On the brake. He's one of them where he goes fast, and he just locks up. He just puts his foot down on the brake. Doesn't think. He just goes boom straight on the brake, and he locks up. Flat spotted his tyres. He couldn't just go for second place, could he? Vettel, no. He couldn't just go for second place. He couldn't try and just go for second place. No, he had to try and go for first. He was in third. I think he was third, yeah? Started off in the third place. And I thought, you know what? He must have thought, right, I'm going to go for first. Why couldn't he try? I reckon if he would have tried to go for second, he probably would have got it. But no, he tried to go for first, goes straight down. He's going straight down the first straight in Spain. And what happens? Locks his tyres, flat spots his tyres, loses position. Unbelievable. Now, lap 12. After that, it was like resume as normal. Hamilton was in front. Second was Bottas. Third was Verstappen, and fourth was Vettel. So Vettel lost a space to Verstappen because he locked up his tyres, flat spotted his tyres. Verstappen had a good start as well when it started. Verstappen was in fifth place, got the jump on Charles Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc, again, locking up, didn't really have a good start. Max Verstappen had a brilliant start. He was my driver of the day. Before the race finished, before I had it up on the TV about people voting for driver of the day, my driver of the day was Max Verstappen. He's been the most consistent this season. He's always in there, finishing the top four, or every single race this year, he's finishing the top four. Now he's a step closer, 3. Absolutely amazing drive from Max Verstappen. Brilliant start at the beginning. Hats off to Max Verstappen. He's improving every year. Every week he's improving. He's getting more mature. He's not throwing his tantrums like he first came in, to be fair. When he first came in, he was a 17-year-old kid. What 17-year-old kid is not going to be arrogant and throw tantrums in the changing room and outside? That's just the way it is. I remember last year when he gave that interview, he was saying, if you keep asking the same question, I'm going to headbutt you, which was funny. To be fair, it was funny. But you can see he's getting more mature, and he's just like, you can see he's just going to be a great driver, and he's going to win multiple world championships, Max Verstappen. So he had like I said at the beginning, he had the brilliant start. Again, lap 8 came in, Charles Leclerc. He's gone faster than Vettel. To be fair, Vettel did flat spot his tyres, so Charles Leclerc was gaining on Vettel lap 8. And again, same mistake that they made in China. Same mistake that they made in Australia. Same mistake that they're making now. Fighting among each other. No one on the radio. No Ferrari pit strategy. Nothing. No one on the radio guiding them, telling them when to move or when to stop. Absolutely clueless. Ferrari strategy team is absolutely clueless. It seems like Charles Leclerc's team and Vettel's team, and they're not communicating with each other. Look at Mercedes. Look how perfect the Mercedes strategy is. No mistakes. They know when to come in. They know they know the roles. They know when to come in. What tyres to put on. Look how bad the Ferrari pit strategy. It seems like every single week the strategy team in Ferrari is getting worse. Absolutely worse. Lap 8, fighting. Two drivers want to take each other over. No help from the pits. No help from the radio saying, look, it's time to move over, Vettel. Your tyres are flat spotted. You're losing grip round the corners. Let Charles move over. Nothing. It took them 4 laps from lap 8 to lap 12 to communicate with the driver to say, you know what, move over. Absolutely clueless from Ferrari. Clueless. Lap 8, they're fighting among each other, right? Lap 12 comes in. They're finally tell Vettel to move over. Well, yeah. Anybody could have told you that, Ferrari, you dummies. Lap 12, Vettel moves over finally, because his tyres are shot. So he's continuing on them. He's continuing on his tyres for another, 6 laps after that. Lap 20, Vettel puts the medium tyres on. So it took from the beginning of the race, where Vettel locked up and flat spotted his tyres, instantly losing grip round the corners, instantly, to lap 12 when they was fighting among each other, Vettel and Charles Leclerc, because Vettel had to move over because of his tyres were wearing out. Flat spotted them, like I said at the beginning. So we're continuing now. So lap 12, they tell him to move over, but it took him another 6 laps after that, at lap 20, for Vettel to pit in. If that was Mercedes and Hamilton or Bottas flat spotted their tyres and they was in 3rd and 4th, they would have told them to pit in straight away, probably put on the hard tyres for the long strategy. but not Ferrari. Just said, no, we'll leave him out there. Not communicating with the drivers, absolutely clueless. Looking dumbfounded in the pits, absolutely clueless. They don't deserve. I'll tell you something now about Ferrari. Sorry for going on about this, but it pisses me off. You got a team like Ferrari, right? One of the biggest teams in Formula One history, and then you got a pit strategy. What should be at junior school? They are absolutely clueless. Clueless. Listen, if Mercedes wins the world title, they'll win the world title. But I don't want to see Mercedes run away with it, because it's going to be, as us fans, as racing fans, it's going to be boring. Halfway through the season, you know that Mercedes has won it. What's the point of watching it? You want to see it to at least to the last 3 races, right? Let them go. I want it to be close. I want Ferrari to be in the mix. You get me? I want them to be in the mix. As a Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes fan, I want Ferrari to be in the mix, because I want to see I want to see a rivalry. I don't want to just see them Bottas and Hamilton fighting among each other. I want to see the Red Bulls are doing good, but I want to see the Ferraris getting in there. You know what I mean? It's boring. Halfway through this, oh yeah, we're gonna get to Silverstone. Okay, we're gonna get to Silverstone. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Mercedes has won the title. Boring. I want to see some fights. But with that pit strategy team at Ferrari, they should all be given their P45. All should be fired. Absolutely clueless. Now, like I said, Vettel pits medium tyres. The pit was 4.4 seconds. Decent pit by Ferrari. Actually, it wasn't decent pit, was it? I was just being sarcastic. What a shit pit from Ferrari. 4.4 seconds. The guy in the back was the guy who lifted the tyre up. He must have been daydreaming. He must have been looking at his mobile phone, because 4.4 seconds. What is that? It should be at least 2.5, 4.4 seconds. That guy was holding the car up at the back. He should be fired as well. 4.4 seconds. Absolutely dog shit. Unbelievable. Lap 21. Unbelievable. Vettel pits, we've got to medium tyres, lap 21. Lap 21, Sorokin pits, soft tyres, 2.9 seconds. Look at that. Sorokin, it comes in at Force India Racing Points. Sorokin comes into the pit at lap 21 at 2.9 seconds. That's a good pit. But 4.4 seconds is not. Lap 23, Gasly, 3.1 seconds. I know it's not 2.9, but 3.1 seconds, that's still better than Ferrari's 4.4. Stroll comes in, puts the medium tyres on, no soft tyres. Gasly comes in, lap 23, puts the soft tyres on. Now, Magnussen pits, lap 24, medium tyres, right? And Daniel Fiat comes out, and you know what, Daniel Fiat, what a driver. Look, I had doubts about him when he came back to F1, Daniel Fiat, the Russian. Going back to Toro Rosso, I had doubts about him. A few people did. They thought, oh, maybe he should be given this opportunity again. But he's showing his stuff. He was good in qualifying, and he passed Kimi as well. That was a nice pass. I think it was a second turn in on the outside. He passes Kimi in the Toro Rosso, and it was a great pass as well. World class. So Daniel Fiat having a good race. Fair play to him. He had a good one last time, and he's getting used to the car now. At the beginning, he wasn't really sure about the car. You could see, just like everybody really, you could see he wasn't really comfortable with the car. But now he's showing his stuff. Right, so Charles, this is another one, unbelievable. It's like it was rehearsed. Lap 40. What was it, Charles? Yeah, lap. I don't know what lap it was. Charles Leclerc pits again. I think it was lap 25. Charles Leclerc pits again. 4.4 seconds pit. 4.4 seconds. The exact same as Vettel. Absolutely. And it's the same guy what was holding up the car, again, probably looking at his mobile phone, playing games, because that's what it looked like, 4.4 seconds. I guarantee you won't see that guy again. That guy was holding the car up the back, the one who props the car up so the guys can put the tyre on. You won't see that guy again. Trust me. He's getting fired. 4.4 seconds. The exact same as Vettel. Terrible. Not even in the freeze. 4.4 seconds. Bad pit again. Putting on the hard tyres. Charles Leclerc, the only guy The only racer who had the hard tyres. Now tell me, why would you put the hard tyres on Charles Leclerc? Why didn't you put the medium tyres like you did with Vettel? No, we're going to put the hard tyres on. So straight away, they screwed Charles Leclerc again. Absolutely, mate. Unbelievable. When I saw them hard tyres going on, I goes, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why are you putting the hard tyres on Charles Leclerc? Unbelievable. His race was done then. It was all over. Now, lap 27, Bottas pits. 2.8 seconds pit. Decent pit. Medium tyres. Standard. And then lap 28, pit Hamilton. Even better. 2.6 seconds. Medium tyres. Perfect pit by Mercedes, per usual. Now, Hamilton was in front. He was like 8-9 seconds in front. Coasting, everything was fine. Lap 36, Charles moved over for Vettel again. I don't know what that was about. I'm not even going to get into that with the Ferrari. I think I've covered enough on this video about Ferrari's clueless strategy. Lap 36, it moved over. Lap 41, 2.2 seconds, medium tyres, Vettel pits again. Passes Gasly, nice turning, comes out the pit, passes Gasly. Nice driving there from Sebastian Vettel. This is what I'm saying, look. At the moment now, Ferrari are going through a bad spell. Right? Everybody thinks Vettel's finished. I still think Vettel, he's got a lot left. Right? He's a 4-time world champion. He won 4 world titles in a row with Red Bull. It doesn't matter what the competition is. And you got the car, you've got the fastest car, whatever. He didn't always have the fastest car, especially the last 2 championships he won with Vettel. What that he won with Red Bull, Sebastian Vettel. The last 2 championships, I thought McLaren and the Ferrari car were just as fast, but Vettel had enough in it. Had enough of patience. And then he had a lot of patience. Now he hasn't got so much patience. But when he was younger, it's weird that usually you're supposed to have more patience when you get older. But it seems like Vettel's got less patience now. He's got older. But when he was the last 2 championships he won with Red Bull, all right, the first 2 years he had the fastest car, but the last 2 years I thought McLaren and Ferrari cars were just as fast. But Vettel still won the 2 championships at the end to make 4 championships in a row for Red Bull. So Red Bull, he's still a good driver. To me, he's the second best driver on the grid, to me, at the moment. Obviously, Hamilton's first, second Vettel. So, Ferrari are not out of it yet. I think the constructors have lost it. I think they've lost the construction, but the Drivers' Championship, they've still got a chance, in my opinion. So, lap 41, yeah, passes in. Lap 44, medium tyres. Sorokin comes in. No, Max Verstappen comes in, puts a medium tyres. That's the second time he pit. Lap 44. Lap 46, Stroll, Norris go off safety car. Basically, Lando Norris was just behind Lance Stroll, and there was it was a racing incident. It was a mistake, and it was a little bit similar to the one in Italy last year at Monza, where Hamilton and Vettel tried to get through that first turning. Vettel clipped Hamilton on accident, and Vettel spun off, and it was down to a racing incident. It was similar to that. So it was a racing and a safety car come out. Hamilton needed to pit just before that happened as well. So it was perfect timing for Hamilton, really. It was perfect timing. He came into the pit when the safety car come out, get a nice little cheap little pit. And then basically, yeah, the safety car was out for way too long, in my opinion. You had the guys on the floor with the brooms, had the hoover, trying to hoover up the stones, trying to brush the stones off the grass. I don't know what they was doing. It took him 4-5 laps just to move a couple of stones. I just don't understand what they was doing in Spain. The safety car was out way too long. Way too long. Hamilton even came on his radio and said, what's going on with the pit strategy? What's going on with the safety car? He didn't want the safety car. It was out too long. They should have came in after 2 laps, but the guys at Spain, they couldn't get the stones off the circuit, so it's one of them, innit? So lap 52, it took 7, 8. Look, there was out longer. There was out for 6 laps, not 4, sorry. Lap 52, safety car resumes. Hamilton gets the jump again. Backed him up, backed all the rest of the pack up. Got the jump again. Nobody really took over anybody. And Hamilton gets fastest lap as well. So yeah, that was it. So Hamilton pits. He put the medium tyres on. That was a 2.7 pit when he pitted in for on the safety car, and then safety car was out for 7, 8 laps, whatever. And then yeah, it resumed from there. There was only a few laps to go after that. Hamilton wins the race. Bottas coming in second, and Max Verstappen taking third, taking the Ferraris off the podium. First time this year that the Ferraris haven't been on the podium. So that's more points for Mercedes in the construction. So we have the Spanish world champion, the Spanish champion, F1 2019, Lewis Hamilton, 3 race wins in a row at Spain. Just like Schumacher, he's won it, I think he has 6 times, like Schumacher, and he's equaled the record, winning 3 in a row here. So that's it. Hamilton had the perfect race. Hats off to Hamilton. I never thought that he was going to come back, to be fair. I thought that Bottas was going to win this race. I thought Bottas had him, especially after yesterday. But like I said, Toto, he must have phoned up. He must have been on the phone in Brackley. And he must have said, look, we're going to have to work on Lewis Hamilton's car. Yeah, he probably organised a private jet for them, obviously, to come over from Brackley to Spain, which is nothing to them, really, to Mercedes. He must have said, look, guys, you're going to have to come over. I'd probably had about 30 engineers come over to do the night shift. So you probably had the engineers who was already there working on the car. And then, obviously, the guys coming over from Brackley, they must have took the night shift and continued to work on the car through the night. Because that car that I saw today was not the same car that I saw yesterday. The grip yesterday, they had no grip. The traction was shot. The handling was shot. The aerodynamics didn't look that good. It's just like his car just wasn't right. But today, his car was right, and he won the race. Hats off to Bottas. He tried. He had a go. Just wasn't good enough. Hamilton just showing his stuff, let people know I'm still here. And that's it. And that's how it finished. If you watch my videos usually, I get some audio going. Let's have a look if I got some here. I usually get some audio. Yeah, on F1 website. Oh no, let's get this going. I usually play some interviews. Let's get some interviews on. But before I do that, I'll do the standings, how it finished. Now, we got Lewis Hamilton with a win. Maximum points, 26 points. Valtteri Bottas, second place, and 18 points. He got the 26 points, plus he got the fastest lap, which is an extra point. So, yeah, Lewis Hamilton first, second Valtteri Bottas, third Max Verstappen. Well deserved, by the way, I think, for driver of the day. Well deserved. Hold on, let's bring this back up. 4th place, Sebastian Vettel. 5th place, Charles Leclerc. 5th place, Pierre Gasly. 7th place, Kevin Magnussen. 8th place, Carlos Sainz. 9th place, Daniel Fiat. 10th place, Romain Grosjean. 11th place, Alexander Albon. 12th, Daniel Ricciardo. 13th place, Nico Hülkenberg. 14th place, Kimi Räikkönen. 15th, not a really good day for Kimi today. 15th place, Sergio Perez. 16th place, Antonio Giovinazzi. 17th place, George Russell. 18th place, Robert Kubica, Lance Stroll, and Lando Norris DNF because of that spin out, which caused a safety car. And let's have a look at the tables, Drivers' Championship. How it looks now, you got Lewis Hamilton on top with 112 points. Second place, Valtteri Bottas with 105 points. Max Verstappen in third with 66. Max Verstappen now overtook Vettel. He's ahead of Vettel by 4 points. Vettel 4th place, 64 points. 5th place, Charles Leclerc, 57 points. 6th place, Pierre Gasly with 21 points. Kevin Magnussen, 7th place with 14. 8th place, Sergio Perez with 13th. Ninth place, Kimi Räikkönen with in 13th place. 13 points, sorry. Lando Norris in 10th place with 12 points. Carlos Sainz in 11th place with 10 points. So there's only 2 points between the two McLaren drivers. Renault, 12 points. In 12th with 6 points. Daniel Ricciardo, 13 points. Nico Hülkenberg with 6 points. So the two Renault boys in 12 and 13 on the same points. 14th place, Lance Stroll with 4 points. 15th place, Alexander Albon with 3 points. Daniel Fiat in 16th place with 3 points, sorry. And 17th, Roman Grosjean with 1 point. 18th, Antonio Giovinazzi with no points. And Russell and Kubica with no points as well. Now let's have a look at the constructors. For me, in my opinion, I think Mercedes have probably won the constructors now. Mercedes in first place, 217 points. Ferrari in second place, 121. Red Bull probably will be fighting now for second place with 87 points. Red Bull, fourth place, McLaren, 22 points. Fifth place, Racing Point, 17 points. And in sixth place, Haas, 15 points. And seventh place with Alfa Romeo, they've got 13 points. And eighth place, Renault, 12 points. And ninth place, Toro Rosso, 6 points. And Williams yet to score a point. So that's how it goes. I'm going to play some audio for you guys so you can listen to the video. I'm going to see what audio I got here. I've got an interview with Sergio Perez. He's saying that pace issues during the weekend to forget. So not a happy camper. Let's have a look. We've got the audio.
Sergio, it looked like a tough day for you.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend. All in all, really, we did really expect it. So, unfortunately, it was as expected. The race we struggled for pace. The whole race was difficult on us, but yeah, looking forward to Monaco. I think it's a weekend to forget. Luckily, we have some testing on next week, so hopefully there we can analyze and see what we can do better for the coming races.
So not happy, saying pace issues. Yeah, agree. Nico Hülkenberg now. He said he's got more confidence in the car, but pace is still slow. Similar to Sergio Perez. Oh no. Adverts. KFC.
Nico, a pit lane start, and then nearly back to the points. How did that race pan out from your position?
Not really nearly. I think there was a bit missing. In the end, I also obviously I was on one stop, but I stayed out on my used soft. So at the restart, I didn't have that much left and to offer. So it was difficult. So Daniel came by with his fresh mediums, but in a way, obviously not a good race because we didn't get anything from it. But still, after a tricky weekend and after Baku, quite good to get a normal race under my belt. To build that confidence back up. Felt good in the car, comfortable. Just unfortunately, I think our general pace is a little bit too slow, especially around here. But I think we just need to keep on working on the package.
So what else is there? George Russell. He said it basically what he's saying. He said it's a learning weekend for them, for Williams. More adverts, more KFC. Looks nice though.
George, just asking your teammate there, was it a bit of a battle between the two of you out there today?
Yeah, I think so. Robert got the better of me at the start, and then had a fairly nice little overtake on him, which I later found out was not shown at all on TV, so that was great. But that's how it is at the moment. Hopefully there'll be a replay later. But nevertheless, I think it's been an intriguing weekend for us. We've brought some test items and got some decent information from it. So another learning weekend.
Thank you.
So what else have we got? Let's try Kimi. Basically, what Kimmy's saying is what he said yesterday. He's saying basically we never had the speed. So I play it. More adverts. Hold on.
That looked like a tough afternoon, and it started with a tricky moment. Can you talk us through that first lap?
Yeah, I mean it was very slippery on the mediums, and I almost spun in turn 3, but I just tried to go for it and locked the rear a little bit and just
kind of spun off at the end, didn't it?
Almost managed to stop on the edge of the tarmac, but then once I dropped the left wheel on the gravel, it took a while to get back. But yeah, I think after that we just never really had the speed. I mean, in the end we had the speed to do the same speed than the guys in the front, but it's not much what you can do with that. So for sure not an easy weekend. Luckily we have a few days of testing next week, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, shame for Kimmy at the beginning. Spun off straight away into the gravel. Didn't really recover. Like he said, he's got a few days of testing next week, so hopefully they can figure it out, because Alfa Romeo are a good team. They've been in it for a while from the beginning, really. There was in the first race, all the greats have raced for them. So hopefully Kimi can get back to winning ways, at least getting in the top 6. So we've got Sebastian Vettel. He's basically saying he compromised his own race. That's what he's saying. So let's play this video. A bit interesting. More adverts. It's not KFC this time. Someone typing something on the phone. Let's skip this.
How are you feeling after the race today?
Bored. No, I mean, yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag. Obviously, I had a flat spot after the first corner where I tried to, I knew that this will be the only chance to really try and do something against Mercedes. It wasn't quite there. And then after that, compromised my own race. So probably that's where we lost the podium. Till the end, I think we had decent speed once we were in free air and passed that first set of tires. But yeah.
And we saw the team order took like 2 or 3 laps. Why is that?
Well, I think we obviously tried to work together. Obviously, at the beginning, it wasn't quite clear how slow I was going to get and how fast Charles was. In the second stint, I wasn't aware that we were on different strategies. I think once that was clear, then I obviously was a lot faster at that point as well. So in the end, we had the safety car, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Seb, how do you reflect on 4th place, given, like you say, you went for the win early on, but then didn't end up in the podium?
I wouldn't say, but just trying to mix things up a bit. But I think we had the same pace as Max, but obviously he benefited from turn 1, and then it was difficult to get back.
So basically saying he compromised his own race, which he did at the beginning. I believe if he wouldn't have flat spotted his tyres, I believe that he could have. I think he could have made it. I think he could have gotten the podium. But as soon as at the beginning when he tried to go for first, if he would have just tried to go for second position, maybe he would have been okay. But he tried to go for first, made a mistake, locked up, flat spotted his tyres, and ever since then he was no way he was going to get podium. He tried to come back with strategy, coming into the pits, putting the medium tyres on and try and get in the fast paces in fast laps, which he did. He clocked up a few laps, fast laps. Hamilton, I think he clocked in 5 fast laps in a row. But Vettel clocked up a couple as well, but he just wasn't good enough. That's it. Nothing. Hold on. What else have we got? That's it at the moment. We've got no more interviews. That's it. There we go. We've got one here. It's called The Moment Lewis Hamilton won in Barcelona. Play this one. More advertisements. So bear with me. Sorry about this.
Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and for the 5th time in a row, it's a Mercedes 1-2 as Valtteri Bottas comes home second. Max Verstappen claims a podium.
And that's it, yeah. The audio, I'm not going to play it all. And that's it, no more interviews. That's it at the moment, nothing. That's it, yeah. So, that's the end of the review. The 2019 F1 Spanish Grand Prix race day review. In a couple of weeks, I've got another wheel coming. The DD, well, it's not the DD, it's the PS4 Podium. It's got the DD2 engine in, because all the new ones that are coming out now for the first couple of months are going to have the DD2 engine in. My PS4 I reserved it ages ago, so mine's coming with a DD2 engine, the PS4 Podium. I'm going to do an unboxing for that on my channel, so look out for that as well. Like, dislike the video. Dislikes are welcome as well, and likes are welcome as well. Long as you watch the video and enjoy, I'm happy with it. Leave your comments. Subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, solo_P1. Follow me on Twitch, solo_P1. Follow me on Twitter and solo_P1. And follow me on YouTube, solo_P1. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the alert button. Don't forget to comment as well. See you later, guys. This is solo_P1 signing out of the 2019 F1 Spanish Grand Prix race day review. See you in 2 weeks in Monaco. And yeah, I'll probably be streaming later as well. Look out for that on my Twitch as well and my YouTube channel. See you later, guys. Bye.